In the vast desert, a camel named Caspian walked slowly. He felt exhausted from the intense heat. The sun was very bright and hot, and his big hump was heavy. With each step, the burning sand under Caspian's feet sent unbearable discomfort through his body. As Caspian kept moving on his difficult journey, a small kangaroo mouse named Kipper zoomed past him. Kipper was full of energy and excitement. He was lively and cheerful, hopping and bouncing around happily. The extreme heat didn't seem to bother the tiny mouse at all. Caspian, amazed by how energetic Kipper was, asked, "Oh, Kipper, how do you stay so lively in this awful heat?" The desperation could be heard in his voice. Kipper looked at Caspian with a bright, cheerful smile. "It's simple," Kipper said. "I stay cool by running and jumping quickly. The wind I create makes a cool breeze." Caspian's eyes lit up with hope. "Run fast, you say? And the wind will cool me down?" "Absolutely," Kipper assured him with a confident nod. His eyes sparkled with enthusiasm. Hoping for the same cooling effect, Caspian gathered all his strength and started to run. Despite his best efforts, his large size and heavy hump made running very hard. As he tried to go faster, the heat felt like a heavy blanket pressing down on him. Every step was a fight, with the sand burning his feet. His legs, usually so strong, felt like they were turning to jelly. Sweat streamed down his face in thick lines. The sweat mixed with the sand and stung his eyes. He was incredibly thirsty. His throat felt dry and rough. It burned every time he swallowed. Each breath felt like he was pulling air through a wet, heavy cloth. His body became soaked with more sweat. His muscles hurt from the effort. He felt dizzy and lightheaded. His vision soon became fuzzy, and everything around him spun. His legs gave out, and he collapsed onto the hot sand, unable to move. Seeing Caspian collapse, Kipper ran over. He was scared and worried. When he saw the camel lying still, Kipper's eyes grew wide with fear. "Oh no, he's frozen!" he cried out. His little heart raced with concern. He believed the camel to be frozen. He didn't know Caspian had fainted because of the heat. Moments later, Caspian slowly started to awake. His vision came back into focus. He saw Kipper standing next to him. The kangaroo mouse held a piece of cactus fruit filled with water. Seeing his small, worried face touched Caspian's heart. "I'm sorry, my friend," Kipper said. His ears drooped with regret. "I gave you advice that works for me because I'm small and quick." Caspian offered a weak smile. "No worries, Kipper," he said softly. "I've learned that it's important to think carefully about whether the advice is best for us before following it." Kipper's eyes lit up with relief. "I'm glad you're okay, Caspian," he said, and handed over the cactus fruit. Caspian and Kipper happily continued their journey. They knew they could always count on each other. The desert seemed less harsh and more like a place of adventure and discovery. The lesson: we should consider our limitations and not follow advice blindly. What works for you might not work for others.